Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. I think you're a good person. And I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were, but to answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative, putting more effort, the same way I did, and I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back, and marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see is that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life. The people that come in your life, you don't know how long they're going to be there. You got to appreciate them while they're there because when they're gone and you don't appreciate them, they got every right to walk away from you. And that's what I wanted to get you to see. So I'm sorry if it hurt. I'm sorry if it hurt you, but I just hope you got the closure you was looking for.
Thank you.
Wow. So the thing that stood out to me most, family, is he says you could have saved the relationship by showing appreciation. And that's one of the things that if you're not vulnerable, if you're not healed, that's going to be something that's extremely hard to do. A lot of times we misunderstand the word appreciation. We think it means to sing someone else's praises, toot their horn. And a lot of times we feel like if we pour this positive energy into someone in that way, in the form of compliments and praise, that they'll misuse us, mistreat us because their head gets big, they get arrogant, and of course, they'll start walking around like the owners have got us wrapped around their little finger. Well, I don't know if you ever heard of the adage that it's not what you're in, it's actually what you're made of. I want you guys to apply that here. Okay, you know how they say the same water that hardens the egg softens the potato? In this sense, keep giving love, family. If they become arrogant, you know who you're dealing with. But you should always give love and appreciation to your person. You understand? He says, I dropped the idea of marriage because whenever I was coming at you, you was going the other way. And for me, I feel like, listen, I'm not trying to be no Urkel. I grew up watching a man chase this woman and she never gave him the attention that he was trying to earn, so desperately earn, and she never gave it to him. So I grew up saying, I'll never be an Urkel. And so he's not trying to chase you. Marriage is something that two people come together to love each other and pour in the same amount. This is not he's trying to take you out on a date so you playing hard to get. Y'all already together, and some of y'all already be together and still playing hard to get. That's very complicated. You're being elusive, and how's he going to be able to pursue you for marriage and take you seriously if you're doing that? Lastly, family, here's something I want you guys to take into mind, okay? Appreciating assets. Appreciating assets are those which increase in value as you own them. This means they gain value at least at the same rate of inflation. Otherwise, they would become depreciating assets. They gain value at the same rate of inflation. Let's call inflation compliments, because y'all always say, that's going to go to your head. Yes, inflate, build him up, build her up, compliment them. That inflation increases their appreciation. They actually increase in value because you've showed them I grasp the true nature of who you are and what you're doing and what you're bringing to my life. Therefore, you actually enhance them by inflating them. Do you understand? Now, if they're not the right type of person, then they'll become a different type of person when you do this. And that's just a good way for you to find out who you're dealing with. But you should never stop appreciating the person that you're with, because that's ultimately what's going to cause them to lose their value, feel less valuable to you because you're not telling them that you appreciate them. And it don't matter how hard they're trying, family. It don't matter what they're doing. If the validation is not coming from the person that they're doing it for, they will begin to feel like they are invaluable in their efforts. And many people in this situation will simply go somewhere else, because who wants to keep trying for someone who's never going to notice their talent? Who wants to keep dancing for someone who's never going to notice their dance? Do you understand? Everyone wants to be seen, especially by the person that they love and adore. So if you are in a relationship with someone, you might as well conclude yourself to be the one that they love and adore, because they're in a relationship with you. Go to that person today and tell them you appreciate them. I want you to think about all the value that they bring to your life, and I want you to go to them and be 100% vulnerable in telling them how much you actually appreciate them. I didn't say sing their praises, but I said show them that you appreciate them, that you understand the value and the love that they bring to your life. Just imagine how different your life would be without them. If it wouldn't be that different, then maybe you should think about who you with. But if the person brings a lot of value to your life, stability and love, you should be appreciating that person, because if it don't work out, you may never find that again. The man said, appreciate the people you with. And the last thing he said was this, which proves he's leading by example. Watch what he says here. This is how the video starts off, family. He asked for appreciation, but watch what he says first.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. I think you're a good person. And I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were.
See, he starts off by saying, I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off. I grasped the full nature of you realizing how closed off you were. I definitely do appreciate that. And then he continued with what he was going to say. He didn't just start off and say, well, damn, you never appreciated me. You see how he said, listen, you're a good person. And he began to pour into. This is likely how that relationship went. Obviously, because she wants him back. She brought him on the show to see if she could do anything to get him back. And a lot of times that's what happens. A lot of us men, we say, man, that's the one that got away. A lot of you women say, that's the one that got away, and I wish I could get that back. And you forever trying to find that person in somebody else. Family, appreciate who you have now, and you won't have to go through that. All right? Be evolution, be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it's in that chaos that you find yourself. Peace.